Manx Museum is 100 years old this year. It is home to an extraordinary collection of artefacts and archives that help tell the story of the Isle of Man and its people. To celebrate our centenary, we have curated a special exhibition and podcast, Museum 100, which will feature a kaleidoscope of treasures from our collections.
My name's Chris Weeks and I'm the Collections Care and Conservation Manager at Manx National Heritage. Today I'm standing in front of a yellow car. This car dates from 1911 and it's a Renault AX. In themselves they weren't all that rare. They were widely used as taxis in the earliest days of motorised taxi services in Europe. They're sort of like the Model T Ford of Europe, if you like. But this one is important to us because it's been on the island ever since that time, and it was only the 12th car to be registered on the Isle of Man, motor vehicle, and it's the earliest surviving registered motor vehicle on the Isle of Man. So it's a rather small vehicle, painted yellow, but originally probably would have been dark red or burgundy colour, and it's in remarkably good condition. What's amazing about these things, these early vehicles, is that when you look at them in detail, you can see the engineers trying to work out the problems of motorised transport again, afresh, every single time they redesign the object. So it's a really, really simple piece of machinery, and this car is in working order. It runs pretty well, actually. It has some peculiarities if you drive it, but this hasn't actually been driven for about 30 years. What we've been doing in the run-up to showing it is restoring it so that it could run and be driven. We've had to commission a replacement silencer for the car, so I had to investigate the design of the original silencer, which is quite a rudimentary affair, and I got Macro Metals down at Ballasalla to create a replica for me. That's now fitted to the car. The original silencer is retained with the car, but we won't be using that again because it's full of holes in the wrong places. We've got trouble with the radiator, the radiator is very rudimentary. It's just basically a very long copper tube wound round and round and round and round. We have cleaned that out and fixed all the holes in the copper tubing, so now the radiator functions. It was completely blocked before with antifreeze and various other kinds of things. So the coolant system works, the exhaust system works, the engine works. Now all we need to do is put it all together and start it. As soon as it comes off display, we're going to be driving that vehicle. When we do, we have to be very careful because one of the peculiarities is that the brake, the main foot brake, operates on the drive shaft. That's the metal rod that runs to the rear wheels and turns them. That actually operates on the drive shaft, and if we apply the brake too carelessly, we could snap the drive shaft now that it's very, very old. So we have to be very, very careful. So it's not straightforward to drive, but that's what we're going to be trying to do.